Ordinary till you see the core side of it.
And what you're looking for is the story behind the news.
We bring it to you from Lagos, the commercial capital of Nigeria.
Giving you all sides and political stories round the clock.
Every detail from the start line to the final whistle.
CoreTV News, expanding your view.
Hello there and welcome to CoreTV News on the hour with me, Sabina Izuku. Reports coming in from Kano says an explosion from two vehicles laden with explosives has occurred at the Central Jumat Mosque near the Emir's Palace and has led an unspecified number of people dead. The explosion, according to reports, happened after Jumat prayers at the mosque near the Emir's Palace in the city that plays host to thousands of people on a weekly basis. No official statement has been made by the Kano State Police Command on the matter. We'll bring you details in our subsequent bulletin. Panic-gripped Kaduna State earlier today at a commercial tricycle exploded, leaving people running for cover in the Busy Leventis roundabout area. The explosion of the commercial tricycle in a ball of fire, which nobody could explain, led to panic and fear that it was a bomb explosion. The fire was, however, put out by passers-by with fire extinguishers and water to calm the situation. There was, however, no casualties in the explosion, which occurred around 11:45 a.m. and led to a big traffic build-up. Nigerian security forces have stimulated a mock security drill in Abuja to demonstrate their readiness to dislodge and arrest terrorists. The exercise, which involves soldiers, members of the anti-terror squad and bomb squad, looked so real that there was initial fears that insurgents had taken over a popular shopping mall in the city center. The terror drill was the climax of a 3-day training of a joint counter-terror team by security experts from the United Kingdom. And speaking later at the news conference, a representative of the National Security Advisor said the mock drill was meant to enhance skills of security operators in containing terror attacks.
The idea of the exercise is we are faced with a lot of terrorist activities, threats around the country, and in line with the President's transformation agenda and the vision of the National Security Advisor to ensure that all the agencies, especially Nigeria's security infrastructure, is well trained to cope with this kind of emergencies. We partnered with some friendly countries, especially the United Kingdom, to organize this exercise, which took place today. The exercise actually is a follow-up of a 3-day training on the theoretical aspect of the exercise, which was conducted in the office of the National Security Advisor, drawing all the necessary and ministries, departments, and agencies that are responsible for responding to a crisis of this nature. So the idea is to sharpen the skills of the responders, to train them to work together, to cooperate, to coordinate their activities.
Lagos State Governor Babatunde Fashola says creating a state police to complement the efforts of the federal police force will assist in solving the current security challenges facing the nation. Fashola stated this at the 8th Town Hall meeting on security. Abiola Oluwole's report is presented from our studio.
The hall was filled with stakeholders across all sectors. The aim was to evaluate progress recorded in the security of lives and property in the state. The formation of Lagos State Security Trust Fund, according to Fashola, was necessitated by the prevailing challenges of insecurity in the state in 2007. He added that it has assisted in nipping crimes in the bud. Fashola, however, says allowing the creation of state police will further the capacity of the existing security agents in the country to arrest insecurity.
As I have argued, it is not a substitute to the federal police. No. It will only complement, and we will sit down and draw the jurisdictional lines. I have argued, in fact, that for now, if people are concerned about all of the politics that are the argument, it means first to me that politics appears to be more important than human life. I disagree. It is only those who are alive who will play politics. So if, because of a fear of abuse for political purpose, we are ready to lose lives, then I think that we have adopted the wrong values. But assuming that that argument was strong enough, let us even have it for traffic management, enforcement of traffic laws, enforcement of environmental laws, protection of our women. The police today is too busy. You heard kidnap, terror. Then when you say a girl was raped, they'll say, hey, sorry. Because it currently ranks very low in the list of priority areas that they have to deal with.
Chairman of the Lagos Security Trust Fund, Remi Makojola, says the only way to ensure optimal operation from the police is by providing up-to-date security gadgets for policemen and other security operatives.
In spite of our intervention, the security agencies are still under-resourced due to years of neglect by the federal government. So you can only imagine how terrible the security situation would have been without the efforts of the funds and the state government.
The Lagos State Security Trust Fund is a public-private partnership established to improve policing in the state.
The governor of Osun State, Rafael Gbashola, was on Thursday sworn into office to steer the affairs of the state for another 4 years. And a swearing-in ceremony which had in attendance the leadership of the APC and governors of the state controlled by the party, Gbashola promised to continue to transform Osun State for the better. Rashid has the details.
I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and that I will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So help me God. So help me Allah.
That was the second oath taking of Rafael Gbashola as he begins his second term as the executive governor of Osun State, having been declared the winner of the August 9 governorship election. The swearing-in ceremony had in attendance top Ekelians of the All Progressives Congress as they graced the swearing-in ceremony. Governors in attendance say the second coming of Gbashola is a reward for hard work and his people-oriented agenda.
The success of the current government is premised on a well-structured political system that has always ushered in true reflection of the people's wishes.
Our people love whoever is working for them. Look at what is happening today. It is a result of hard work, selfless service for the people.
Some chieftains of the party in the state also lent their voices to the day's event as they charged the people of Osun State to support the government of Gbashola.
The cream of the society that are here today is a testimony to the greatness of Ogbeni Gbashola and the love shown to him.
To support Ogbeni and his government the way they have been, and they should be rest assured that this time around, whatever Ogbeni has done before in development is just the beginning, foundation. Now we will be building, and they will see rapid development.
While thanking the people for giving him the opportunity to serve again, Gbashola promised to double his achievements and create unprecedented records.
We have found today our vision is to deliver in 20 years development, in 4 years in economic, social, and political fields. Let me repeat this line. Our vision is to deliver 20 years development in the next 4 years in economic, social, and political fields.
Indeed, a joyous moment for the people of Osun as Rauf Aregbesola is being inaugurated and sworn in for his second term in office as the governor of Osun State. But what will be the state of Osun and the citizenry will only be known as soon as Rauf Aregbesola settles down for government and expends what he has for them in this second term in office. Rashid, CoreTV News, Osogbo.
Meanwhile, the leadership of the All Progressive Congress has described the refusal of the Inspector General of Police, Suleiman Abba, not to recognize Aminu Tambuwal as the Speaker of the House of Rep as a treasonable act. The party further describes Abba as a partisan politician acting the scripts of the PDP-controlled central government, a move which they say is inimical to Nigerian democracy. Here again,
the swearing-in ceremony of Rauf Aregbesola for the second time as Osun State Governor. However, these APC chieftains did not fail to comment on the refusal by the Inspector General of Police to recognize the official status of Aminu Tambuwal as the Speaker of the House of Representatives. For the Publicity Secretary of the party, the Inspector General has committed a treasonable offense in the eyes of the law.
Clearly, the IG has shown that he's partisan and that under him, the police will continue to be the enforcement arm of the PDP. What the IGP did yesterday was treason. When a public servant refuses to recognize the symbol of authority, the legitimate arm of government.
Rates the IGP for turning himself into the accuser and a judge.
Even if you take him by his words, then what ought to be is that the status quo is maintained, in which case the Speaker remains the Speaker. He is in no way in position to interpret the law.
Whether the IG accepts it or not, Tambuwal remains the Speaker and he will be the Speaker. He does not need the recognition of anybody else other than the recognition of Nigerians as the Speaker.
For the former Lagos State Governor, Bola Tinubu, Abba and his cohorts are dangerous to the nation's democracy. He added that the opposition is ready to resist all attempts to use the police as a negative instrument ahead of the 2015 general elections.
This is a very dangerous Inspector General of Police. If I ask them to start shooting Nigerian people with this IGP, it's a rotten one. But we will remove the rod and preserve the body.
The APC chieftains added that the stand of the IGP has left many Nigerians wondering what will become the fate of the 2015 general elections. Rashid, CoreTV News, Osogbo.
The SDP, a new political party, has charged Nigerians to vote for a party with clear-cut plans and with ideology. To stay with us.
Every day, every hour, and every minute, news break in Nigeria. Things happen so fast, it's most times difficult to track and comprehend them. But that's what we do right here on Digit 360. 2015, would you want to come back again?
It's like asking Jesus Christ if he knew he was going to die, will you want to come back as the savior of the world again?
We do not just help you track the stories, we break them down, explore all the angles, analyze the issues so that you can fully comprehend the stories and use them to make the right decisions.
Welcome back to the news. For more information, you can reach us on our social media platform on facebook.com/CoreTV News, on Twitter @CoreTV News NG, on our YouTube, youtube.com/CoreTV, _ and the news. The leadership of one of the Nigerian's new political parties, SDP, has charged Nigerians to vote for a party with ideology and clear-cut plans for the people. It decried the damage caused by existing political parties on the country, saying Nigeria deserves change for a new dawn. This was made known at the official presentation of the party in Lagos, decried as alternative to two sides of the same coin. Motayolo has the details.
This gathering saw members of the Social Democratic Party and their leaders with unshaken determination to change the old style of governance to what they described as a new beginning and the departure from the culture of corruption and mismanagement in the country.
We are the only party that can reproduce what our Lord did in the old Western region between 51 and 55. The first in Africa, the first in this, the first in that. That is our own mentor. Ask them who is their own mentor. It's not a laughing matter, because when you assemble here, you see yourself, oh, you are just many. Those of you are here, you are here on your own. We have not brought anybody to be here. You know what is happening? Be it APC, be it PDP. You know how much they vote for anybody who goes to the rally. They pay for transport and they do allowance to have a pool of crowd. By the time that is finished, they organize themselves to loot the treasury. You are not going to be in SDP for ordinary things. You are in SDP to make a change for the poor people of this country.
By waving the broom, people think broom is from the palm tree, therefore they must be Awolowo people. They are not. They are fake. They are not. We are the original Afenifere party in Nigeria. So we are going to take what belongs to us at the next election.
For this member of the Senate who recently defected from the All Progressives Congress to the Social Democratic Party, Benga Kaka says SDP is the only instrument that can release Nigeria from the envelope of darkness all the political parties have plunged the country into.
It was out of conviction, after due consultation between the leadership and our followership in Ogun State, that we resolved to move en masse from the National Assembly, Senate, House of Reps, and the House of Assembly en masse into SDP. As I'm addressing you today, SDP is the fastest growing party in Ogun State and Nigeria.
Being a new party at a very crucial time, the Lagos State leader of the party, Shukwu Shonibare, admonished Nigerians to make good use of their vote by voting out parties that have failed them on countless number of occasions.
Even for the sake of democracy, there should be a force that doesn't rely on public funds as being the means of sustaining individuals in power. And if we are successful in this direction, then I think we may be able to prevent Nigeria from being a completely failed state.
Some political observers say new parties like the SDP may just be adding to the number, considering their late entry into the political scene. But for others, surprise may just be the name of the game. Omotayo Alo, CoreTV News, Lagos.
And away from that, the Independent National Electoral Commission has rescheduled the distribution of permanent voters' cards and continuous voters' registration in 7 states. The affected states are Niger, Katsina, Rivers, Nasarawa, Kaduna, and Borno states, as well as 9 local government areas in Lagos. INEC spokesman Kayode Idowu said in a statement that the decision was taken after a meeting called to update leaders of registered political parties on the exercise in Abuja. It is close that the PVCs will be distributed in Nasarawa, Rivers, and the remaining council areas in Lagos between November 28th and the 30th, while continuous voters registration will be from December 3rd to the 8th. PVC distribution in Kaduna State and Katsina State is slated for December 6th to the 8th, while the CVR is to hold between December 10th and the 15th. INEC says the exercise will be rounded off in Niger and Borno states with the PVC distribution between December 12th and the 14th and the CVR from December 17th to the 22nd. The Commission noted that the 22 registered parties were represented at the meeting where INEC leadership explained the challenges that necessitated a readjustment in the pre-election exercise. A group of doctors involved in medical intervention for internally displaced persons and victims of Boko Haram insurgency says it has reached over 1,000 persons in need of care. Hawa Kerry made the revelation when she led the medical doctors on a courtesy call to Adamawa State. Governor Bala Ingilari Hawa says there are 6 medical doctors, 8 pharmacists, and 8 nurses working tirelessly without being paid. She revealed that the team will reach out to about 3,000 persons before the end of this year.
Seeds of Redemption is an NGO set up in 2013 to fight drug and substance abuse among our youths, particularly in the northeastern state of Nigeria, by bringing this malignant social cancer to the public eye and lobbying to make it a national issue, having witnessed the systematic decline of youth productivity and short lifespan of young men and women.
Ingilari, in his response, says the government is making efforts at curbing the root cause of insurgency. He revealed that the synergy between military and local vigilantes has yielded results with the recovery of many territories.
Will be to stop this carnage at source. And that's exactly what we've been trying to do since we came here. A chunk of majority of our resources have gone into giving support to members of our security, military and paramilitary organizations, as well as supporting the vigilantes, the hunters, and the civilian JTFs, who, as you know, as locals, understand the terrain. You know, no matter how well armed the regular troops are, when you bring somebody from as far as Calabar, and ask him to go into the field, he may not understand the environment and the partnership between them and these local vigilantes, and happily by the special grace of God, has done the magic that people have witnessed in recent times. And we're happy to say a lot of recovery of our territories have been made.
And away from that, the federal government has assured Nigerians that polio virus will be eradicated in the same way that Ebola virus was defeated in the country. This, it says, is because there has been no new cases of virus in any part of the country in the last 2 years. Vice President Namadi Sambo gave this assurance at the meeting of the Presidential Task Force on Polio Eradication at the Presidential Villa in Abuja. He said his conviction was based on the impressive gains recorded so far with the resources committed to the crusade against polio. And speaking later with newsmen, key members of the task force gave an insight into the feat recorded by Nigeria.
Through the Vice President of the progress being made and our effort to interrupt polio transmission in Nigeria. We have made tremendous progress. As you're aware that this year we have only recorded 6 cases against 51 same time last year. So this is a remarkable achievement. If we maintain the tempo, we are confident that we are going to interrupt the transmission.
Nigeria as a country has made so much progress over and beyond any other endemic country. Because if you compare the achievement of the Nigerian program with that of Pakistan and Afghanistan, we've made much more progress. As of today, Afghanistan has about 18 cases. Pakistan has about 238 cases. Nigeria only has 6 cases. And in the last 4 months, we've not seen a single case of polio virus type 1 in Nigeria. And then for 24 months, we've not seen a single case of polio virus type 3. So what it means is that Nigeria is on course in terms of exiting as a polio endemic country. And the plan is to exit as a polio endemic country by December 2014. And the signs are showing, have indicated that yes, that is doable. Because in the last 1 year, we've been able to reduce the burden by 7%. And we also have been able to restrict the circulation of polio virus to just Kanu and Yobe states, with just 5 local government areas infected with polio virus. The remaining 769 local government areas in Nigeria are polio free.
And that's it on the news on the hour. Do join us at the top of the hour for more. I am Sabina Izoku, and thank you very much indeed for watching.